Hey up me ducks, how are we all? I'm using my phone, so it should be a little bit clearer today, but I'm not showing on my iPad. Oh, there we go. So let's pop in there, because it's great doing it on the phone. You've got to remember where to look though, which is there. But the problem I've got is the comments are coming up in front of me. So I'll look at I've got my little iPad here. So I will do that. Okay, I think I just knocked it a bit. But all right, we're there. So how are we all? Let's see who we've got. We've got Caroline, Lynn, Raven Song, The Wild One, Crystal Lotus, Forever Wear, Viola, and Holly. Hello, Holly. Elizabeth. Owl's Perch. Owl's Perch, I don't think I've seen you before, so welcome. Selkie. Hello, Selkie. Artistry of Tarot. That's a great channel name. Brant's here. We've got Doug, Sacred Turtle, Mahoret, L. Hello, hello. We've got Gruen, Spirit Fire, Justin. Hello, Justin. Diane Volpe, Rosa, Ashley, S. Diaz. Hello from New Jersey. I think you was with us the other day, wasn't you? El Wasson, Shimara, and Tamaya. Good to see all of you. So welcome everybody. And Rebecca's just arrived as well. I always start off with a channel shout out, and actually the channel shout out that I'm going to do today is somebody that's in the room, and it's our Justin Michael. I've asked Elle if she will do the honours and pop a link into the chat so you can check him out. It's a new channel. Justin's channel has been around for about 3 weeks, I think. So there's about 3 videos up there at the moment. There's the link from our Elle. Thank you, Elle. So yeah, do check him out. He's got a lot of knowledge around tarot, and I'm always about supporting new content creators, and he's a great guy as well, with a lot of, as I say, a lot of knowledge and experience. So do check out Justin's channel. How are we all? Have we all got our Cuppa? Still using, well, I say still using, I've only had it a few days since Christmas, but I've got my moon gazing hair mug that Sandra brought me, full to the brim of coffee. Hi peeps, says the psychic knitter. You're welcome, Justin. Time to get some coffee. Yeah, get some coffee. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. Got to have coffee, it's a must. Oh, I need a refill. No cuppa for me, just soup. Is it lunchtime where you are then? It's 4 p.m. here, obviously, because it's Cuppa Catching Cards time. Okay. Is it the poop coffee? It is the poop coffee. Let's just get that out the way right away. Hi, Donna. The drink that I'm drinking is the monkey poop coffee. But seriously, don't knock it till you tried it. It's even available on Amazon. I never knew that. But it was a Christmas gift. And I have had the cat poo coffee before, but this is the monkey poo coffee. My mother is disgusted with you, Simon. No. Elle, you need to, yeah, you just need to. You need to get some for your mum. So you can both try it. Oh no, not the monkey poo coffee. Soup is an early dinner. Yeah, well, we kind of have soup for lunch, or we might have it as a starter before a main meal. When we had our Christmas dinner, we have our Christmas dinner out at a restaurant. My stepdad had soup. I had salmon parfait, which was gorgeous, but he had soup. He didn't like it, so he gave it to me. It was a butternut squash soup, but I thought it was lovely. Don't make the hermit cave refer to you Thomas Benjamin, Wildest Sky on YouTube for reply. What? What, Billy? Don't make the Hermit's Cave refer you to Thomas Benjamin, Wild Esquire, YouTube for reply. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Billy. Black coffee is my vice, unsullied by milk or sugar. Oh no, I have almond milk in mine. Ignore me. Okay. Kopi Luwak. That's the name. Oh my goodness. Are we still broadcasting? Oh my goodness. Let me try pop in. Did that make you all jump? Tripod fail. I know. Maybe I should take it out of... Mind you, good job I didn't. It's in like a shock absorbent case. But if I take it out of that and it does it again, then I thought you'd fell. Oh, that's funny. I need to see everybody's reactions. You don't like coffee, Elle? Whoa! Was Elizabeth with the first? There he goes. And we hadn't even got Jen in the room, the Dropsy Queen. I just hope it doesn't do it again. I think there's more than coffee in that mug. Head rush. Hi, Rob. Good to see you. That was quite funny, though. That was quite funny. I need to make sure it is safe. Oops. Oh. That feels pretty tight now, he says. Hopefully. I think that feels pretty tight. What's really in that coffee? A little Do you know what? I went into Becca's chat a week last night. So I broke up from work a week yesterday, and I told everybody I was having a glass of red, a nice glass of Rioja, to celebrate breaking up from work for a couple of weeks, Christmas, the advent of Christmas, and I had 2 glasses of wine. And anybody will think now I've got a drink problem. Everybody's referring to everything I do or say that I've... And then, of course, the next day, which was a week ago today, I did the Christmas with Jennifer Ball. And I had a Baileys and a Snowball. Snowball purely for educational purposes. I was demonstrating to everybody how you make a snowball. So now I think everybody thinks, yeah, I hardly ever touch the stuff. I will, next drink will be New Year's Eve because I'm going to my friend's pub. And we always have a bit of a, you know, we wait till the pub closes and then we carry on to see the new year in. What does your top say? This was a gift from a subscriber, and it says, equal rights for others does not mean fewer rights for you. It's not pie. So I really like that. I have heard the saying before, and then this, like I say, this t-shirt was sent to me, and I thought, yeah, that's very apt. I say have a snowball every day. I was talking about it because I mentioned it last Saturday, and I talked about it with my mum over Christmas, and I was like, can you remember, Mum, you used to let us have one of these as a kid. Now I thought it was our family GP who said to give us a tablespoon every day, but my mum said it actually had it printed on the back of the bottle. Give children 1 tablespoon of Advocar a day for protein purposes. So yeah, they used to actually advertise giving alcohol to kids in the 70s. I love the shirt, thank you. That is a brilliant t-shirt. But it's very true, isn't it? Those people who seem to think that by allowing other people to have equal laws and equal protections is going to hinder their rights in some way. And like the t-shirt said, it's not pie. Thank you. Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late, dozed off. No worries, Celia. Good to see you here. So I thought today, because I only did a live 2 days ago, the Boxing Day one, I thought we could just have a bit of a general catch up, a bit of a chat. We haven't done that for ages. Normally I kind of theme them or talk about them. I do want to show the Motherpiece, and I know this deck has been around forever. It says over 35 years in print. I think it was 1981. The concept and the creators together started working on it in 1978, 79, and I think it first went into print almost 40 years ago. But I've never owned it. My sister bought it me as a Christmas gift, and I've since ordered, because I had a voucher, so I ordered some incense, which has just arrived just literally before I went on air. And then there's some left over. So I wanted the book, because I heard there was a book, but there's actually a book and mini deck combination together. So I ordered that. It's not available on Amazon, but it was available from Book Depository. So that's what I've done. I'm still doubting about that one. I have an old German edition, but I think it's very pale in colour. Yeah, and again, you know, I don't know if I'd have ever bought it. It was bought for me, so I'll treasure it. But sometimes they turn out to be the most surprising of decks when someone buys it for you. And I heard it was a feminist deck, and I am pro-feminism, very much a supporter of feminism. And I've been surprised to learn since that they do have males in the deck. It's not all female-centered. It is female-centric, but it's not. Oh, I've just had a waff of this. It is my favourite incense in the world. The whole bag smells divine. There are males in the deck. So this is my favourite incense. I absolutely love this. This is Nitri Raj Original. It is quite expensive, but you do get a huge box like this. This was just under £20. I think it was about 17, 18 pounds, something like that. It's handcrafted in India from a masala blend of natural oils, resins, gums, wood powders, aromatic herbs and spices. But you get quite a lot in here because, like I say, it's 100 grams. But, oh, it is heavenly. But, and like I say, you get a lot of sticks in there. We're going to light one. I got a set of Decor ornaments. That's a set of the major arcana of this deck. I ordered a vintage edition after that. It's lovely. Decor ornaments that are based on the major arcana. I never knew that existed. My friend made me some little ornaments from one of each of the arcana, but I get Sacred Elephant incense. Blue Lotus is my favourite. Mine is the Black Nag Champa. I've got quite a few boxes of Black Nag Champa because you could buy, I think it was 12 boxes of them in an outer, 12 boxes for about £12. So I got some. I like it. It's a little bit overpowering, but it is nice. It is one of my favourite Nag Champas. But this Nitri Raj is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love it. Does anybody else have this? I know Sandra, who's at work currently, she buys this as well. And they do sell it in Watkins, which is where I got my first box from. Your shirt, did you see the fella from the Armed Forces who was recognised in the Queen's Honours List for his LGBTQI awareness work? I didn't. There was a bit on the news about him. No, I didn't see it. Hi June, I haven't really seen the news at all over Christmas. I got so fed up with the whole election thing the week before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas. But I just got fed up with it and I haven't watched the news since, really. I'll glide you after the live and show you the ornaments. Yes, please do, Brent. They are the majors from the Motherpiece Tarot. Wow. I know Christian Dior used the Motherpiece in their 2017 collection, fashion collection. The clothes were inspired by the Motherpiece tarot. I didn't realise they made ornaments too, so that's really cool, really cool. Where can I get a box like that? Amazon? That's where I got mine from Amazon. But, oh, it is the nicest smelling. Well, there is one, I forget what it's called now. It was from an independent seller who used to come to the Christmas market every year, and I used to buy, and then she passed away. I can't remember that. I want to say Cuppa, but it's not Cuppa. But it was a really nice hand-rolled incense. And her name was Dawn, and I used to send her a check. That's how I used to do it. I used to send her a check, and she'd just send me however much I wrote the check out for. Say I could afford, I don't know, £10. I'd send her a check for £10, and she'd send me £10 worth. Or if I sent £20, she'd send me £20 worth. And yeah, she was lovely, but she passed away. So now, my favourite is this. Simon, I don't have the brand, but I love Nag Champa. Even have a Nag Champa scent. I used to make soap. Yeah, I've got, I think it's down here. I have these Nag Champa perfume oils. These are really, really nice. I love Nag Champa perfume oil. I put them on my pulse points. And just rub them in. Oh, so gorgeous. Oh, yeah. So I like Nag Champa oils as well. That's just the perfume oil. Billy's says he was in the forces hiding his sexuality because it was illegal to be gay in the forces as 22 years ago. Yeah, it was only 2002, I think it was decriminalised. But he had a good career there. And when directly asked if he was gay, he said yes. I do remember a programme I watched quite a few years ago where they discovered some love letters. There was this young squaddy who was in a relationship with another man, and they sent each other love letters, and they actually read his mail and dismissed him from the forces. She wants to know about the boxes on your shelves. Who does? I feel like Becca. Who does? Who? Tell me, Brant. Who wants to... In fact, Brant, if I make you a mod, if that's okay, if you don't want to, let me know afterwards, because then you've got the ability to highlight people's comments to me. A Diaz. Okay, let me scroll back to see which boxes. I can't find it now. I love the wooden boxes behind you. These are also from the market. They're really, really lovely. I've got 5 of them now because I've got 5 shelves going across. You can probably see there in that corner, and I've just knocked the camera. But yeah, the beautiful hand-carved, these logs. And they've all got a favourite RWS inside. That one. We all recognise that one, don't we? The golden. So yeah, and they just have these little catches on them, but they're really lovely. And this one and the big one here is, there's my little Krampus that twist the leaf scent. This one has got this little sprout nugget on it, look, which I really, really love. So yeah, it comes every year, and over the last 3 Christmases, I bought 2 last year, 1 the first year, 2 last year, and 2 this year, and that's enough. But yeah, this one is the huge one. It's a lot bigger than all the others, and it's really heavy as well. But it's gorgeous. And in this one, we have the borderless Centennial deck. So That goes there. So, what have I missed? The ones that look like logs behind you, yeah. Yule logs. I saw a fantastic Yule log on Amazon, and then when I went to get it, because it was £15, it was a beautiful, because I love anything that's wood. I love wood effect. My sacred space has got a lot of wood on there. I'll show you some things I bought today in the sales as well. It got this lovely wooden log with a groove to put 3 candles in, tea lights, or you could put stand-up candles in. And I thought, oh, that looks amazing. And I went to order it, and it said, the seller does not dispatch to your country. It's like, well, why is it showing then and giving me a British price? I was like, what is that all about? June, no Cuppa perfume oil. I have to search for that. Years ago in India, I brought some very high quality perfume, amber and other oils in an oil shop. It was incredible. Hi, Jen. I love that you have 5 now. Looks great on your shelves. Thank you. Yeah, I used to have 3 along here, but this year I thought I'll get those, finish them off. And I love to support them because they're really nice people, and I love independent traders. But even if I don't buy another box next year, I'll probably buy something wooden off them. I've got oil everywhere now, all over my desk and my fingers, look. Oh, just soak yourself in it. Anyway, now Champ is amazing. Currently burning that now, says Yvette. I don't know the name of the company. It's a market stall. On the Christmas market, they just come every year, so I don't know the name. I'm sorry, Tycon. Hi, Elaine, good to see you. Yes, hello to everybody coming in. We've got 88 people here. Wow. So we've done the channel shout out. Justin Michael, do check him out. For those that's just coming in, this week's channel shout out is for Justin Michael, who's got a brand new channel out, and as I said, lots of knowledge around tarot, so do have a look. I bet you smell lovely, Simon. Hello, Libby. Well, I do, if I do say so myself. I'm just kidding. So, I've been out today on the Boxing Day sales. Now, when I was a kid, it was called the January sales, and those of us in the UK of a certain age will remember the January sales. And we used to save our Christmas money. So aunties and people used to give us pound notes. Oh, I'm really showing my age. I was going to be like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. Thank you for putting the link again to Justin's channel. We used to save our vouchers or money, and in the January sales, which always started after the new year, you'd go and spend them. Now they start Boxing Day. As soon as Christmas Day is out the way, Boxing Day sales. Some shops open at like 4 or 5 in the morning, like Next, and people rush to get in there. But they tend to last from Boxing Day into January now. But I didn't join the rush. That said, it was very busy downstairs. But I picked up a few little bits. I'm not one of those people who spend hundreds. Christmas is expensive enough. But a few things that I like to get through the year, I get at this time as well. So I bought next year's Christmas cards. I feel like such a cheapskate. And I bought these beeswax candles for my altar. They're really tall pieces. And they're lovely. And when they burn, they glow beautifully. So that's going to go on my... And most of the things I picked up today from my sacred space. Next year's Christmas cards. Oh dear. It's so mean of people to shop Boxing Day. It's hell working in retail. I know, I worked in retail for 16 years. We was even open Christmas Day because it was in the motorway services, so we never shop. I've worked Christmas Day before in a shop. It was very quiet, but... So I managed to get them, and they should have been £3 a stick, and they were £1.50 a stick, so that was good. I found a beeswax candle in the shape of a pine cone. Wow, I've got some shaped bees. Oh, it's right up there. beeswax candles. In fact, I've got a couple knocking about. But yeah, they just burn lovely, don't they? And then I went to Soster and Granny, otherwise known as the Green Sisters. It's a Scandinavian shop. But they're giving away, if you spent, there was the sales, but if you spent £10, you could choose free gift box. And I thought this would make a fantastic little tarot box, free of charge. Any purchase over £10, you could help yourself. And there were many that was this shaped, you know, so perfect for storing a tarot deck in. And I thought what I could do, really, if I wanted to, is print like a hermit card or something like that and paste it onto the top. But yeah, free boxes. Can't even remember what I bought from here. But they have all sorts of little knickknacks and stuff. Oh my God, you have Morph behind you. Where can you see Morph? Oh, there. I must have turned round for you to see him. Yeah, there's my little Morph. He made an appearance in Becca's chat, so I just stuck him there. My tarot shelves are becoming like, not just tarot, they've got all these little odysseys and things, haven't they? Oh yes. So, I got a little bottle. Because, bear with, just before Christmas, I bought this shaped one, and I filled it with water from the Chalice Well in Glastonbury. And I really love that design and shape of the bottle. So that goes on my sacred space. But I wanted to get another one, to put it there for now, which has this star design on it for my Florida water. So I'll have one with Florida water and the other with the Chalice Well water. Now that one I bought there was £5.50, £2. And they're really good, durable, sturdy bottles as well. That bottle is perfect for a shot of Baileys. Brant, stop. I've been here all morning, Brant, but had a long night. So not very chatty. Our smoke detector was chirping all night. Oh no. Is that when the battery starts to go and it makes that bleeping noise? Fancy a quick shot. You lot are terrible. Really terrible. I'm not going to live it down, am I? Next year for the Christmas party, I'm going to sit here with soda water or something. Then you'll all be in shock. I got this handmade wooden carved dish because, I don't know if you've seen in my videos recently, it's just sitting on a piece of geode. I have these little bits, like me desert rose. I've got my little omstone, my little porcelain hair, my moon gazing hair, but they slide off. So I wanted something that was a bit dish-like. So that's a little bit better. They can all sit nicely in that when my little hair's got drunk and fallen over. Must have been on the Baileys. So yeah, so that I got that. That was like £2 something, and it's hand carved. Again, it's wood. Oh, that's terrible. My mother-in-law's dog was barking all night. Oh, you're on about the alarm still. Love the bunny. The bunny I got in Whitney when I went to see Becca, and it came in a little matchbox that says, "Every bunny needs some bunny." And I loved it. And you just opened it up, and the little bunny was inside. So he now sits with my little stones, and he's going to live in that dish. Blue tack. or white tack if you don't want the blue one. What are you guys going on about? I'm short of nothing I don't want. I have blue tack. And I also have white tack. Is that, oh yeah, that is white tack. I thought it was adhesive stickers for a minute, but it's not. Hello Holly, good to see you. Cape Cod Creatures, it's been a while. So yeah, so that was that. And then the only other thing I got, and I love, in Soster and Granny, they have no plastic or anything. Everything is paper. It reminds me when you go shopping in the States and you get everything in brown paper bags. So much better, eco-friendly. I just got a big candle to replace this one, because this one now is coming to an end shortly. So I got a new one, and that was £1.62. And it's solid colour one. It's not like one of those that's like just coloured on the outside. So I got that. So that's it for candles and bits. However, I did an order on the 23rd. There's a shop in Glastonbury that I like called Star Child, and they're so reasonably priced, and you can buy online from them. And I ordered it on the 23rd thinking, well, I'm going away tomorrow, so it'll probably arrive when I get back. They delivered the next day on Christmas Eve. I wasn't here, I'd just gone. It was like 8:40 in the morning, so they left it with my neighbour. But for my altar, I always buy their, I forget what they call them, but they're gorgeous, look at that. They're coloured on the inside. I think they call it something like runny mucky. I can't remember what it's called now. But I always buy a black one and a white one. It sits either side of my Gaia, so it's almost like the High Priestess with the B and the J. But they're lovely, and when they are lit, the red from the insides weep down the outsides of these candles. And I bought some when I was in Glastonbury with Giselle, and then she went back a few months later, partway through this year, and said, I'm in Glastonbury, is there anything you want me to pick up for you? And I said, oh, would you get me a couple more of those candles? And she did, but I've come to the end of them again, so I've ordered some more of them. And while I was there, I bought some loose sage. Now, I wasn't going to show this because there's lots of people saying, oh, you shouldn't really burn sage. They're going about cultural appropriation and things like that. Can we get rid of the racist, please? Thank you, Elle. But you know what? I'm going to read what it says on the outside because I think this is really important. And, you know, I'm a big one for equality, and cultural appropriation for me is taking something that belongs to a particular tradition and making it your own and profiting from it. But here it says, the tradition of burning gums, resins and fragrant herbs as an offering to the gods for purification and protection is an ancient custom that finds its echo cross-culturally around the world. Cross-culturally around the world. Some of these gums and herbs are unique to particular cultures, while others reoccur in the spiritual traditions of many different peoples. And, you know, I am a pagan Buddhist. I did study Buddhism for many, many years now. And, you know, burning herbs and things has always been part of that spiritual belief as well. Oh, but this smells absolutely amazing. So I really love to use sage, and the smell of sage for purification, cleansing, particularly new decks and things like that. It's just divine. Stigmata candles. I use sage, but also I've started using Palo Santo. I love sage, says Joy. Sage smudge is gorgeous. I almost always burn my sage bungles up and burn one little bit at a time. It lasts longer and burns better that way. Palo Santo is my absolute favourite. Elaine says, I visited Glastonbury for a long weekend. I don't think King William Public House will ever be the same again after us four mad women from Ireland. I managed to get a third night in the Georgian Pilgrim. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to stay in that place. The term smoke cleansing is fine, not appropriated. However, smudging is. White sage is native to dry North American desert climates, but in some deserts, First Nations, it's sacrilegious to burn it. Did I miss the cards, says Lion? No, not yet. I'm going to show some cards later, but if you're... well, I don't do readings on Cuppa and Catch Up, just in case you were wondering about that. So that's what I got from the Glastonbury shop, was my white sage. Cape Cod, switch to cultivated white sage as the plant is threatened. Switch to cultivated white sage as the plant is threatened. Why? I don't get that. Why are we switching to it if it's threatened? I use sage to burn, but lately because of my daughter's asthma, I've been using the sage spray a lot more around her, and I also have a lot of pets too. Yeah, sage is pretty easy to grow yourself. I use this spray, which I get from Spirit Earth, which is white sage and Palo Santo. And that is gorgeous. Oh, it's amazing. I'm running low on it as well, so I'm gonna have to look them up soon and get some new supplies. Holly says, cultivated, grown indoors for commercial sale as opposed to white sage in the wild, which is near endangered. Okay, I see. You can put a shower cap over your fire alarm if you're worried. I'm having water sprinklers fitted on January the 24th, I think it is. Ugh. Deary me. I want that spray. Yes, well, the spray, if you want to look them up, the shop is called Spirit Earth, and it's www.spiritearth.co.uk. This one was £8.50, as you can see there. And yeah, hopefully you can see that. It's really nice. I got it from a Pagan Pride festival a few years, 2 years back now. Bought a few bottles, that's the last of it. But I always spray some just before I go live or just before I do a reading. Okay, we're all still going on about sage and stuff. The last thing to show you before we look at the cards, which arrived today for completion for my altar space, and I totally stole Dan's from Epine de Vale's live. He showed these, and I messaged him afterwards and said, where did you get them, because they're gorgeous. And they are little god and goddess figures, altar figures, and he sent me to eBay. And the way the seller does it, she makes them and then she sells them on eBay to the highest bidder. And I was I don't know if it's the time of year, but I was the highest bidder. So I got them for £9.99 for the pair. And I thought I'd probably go up to about 25, 30. And I completely forgot about it. And then just before Christmas, I got a notification saying, you've won. And I was like, won what? eBay, what have I bid on? And it was these. So it was a lovely surprise. But look at her. I mean, look at the detail and the flowers, the stone in the centre, her breasts, absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful. So that's the goddess. And then, I'm not even seeing these myself yet. Wow. There is the god. Isn't that amazing? There, the backs. I love the colours as well. So let's show them both together. Oh, he looks great too. Yeah, so they'll be nice to have on my sacred space. I want to put them either side of my Gaia. Let me get them so you can see all the details in them. Really beautiful. I love the gold flowers. So lovely. Oops. Yeah. So, thank you, Dan, for showing them on your channel. I'm going to try and make a clay goddess. Well, better luck than I had. There was only Elle is the only person on this planet who was privileged enough to see my attempt at making a clay goddess. It didn't work out. I showed her expecting a really nice response, and all I got was somebody laughing hysterically through Glide at me, just laughing hysterically. And I'm like, what's funny? And she's like, why she got flippers? That's what I got. Why she got flippers? Simon, what shop did you find that god and goddess in? They are absolutely gorgeous. Right, let me go to my emails and I can hopefully direct you there. eBay, order confirmed, pagan Wiccan. So let me click on that, see if there's any more. So I can send you a link. It just says your item is on its way. How do I find this contact seller, leave feedback, set more options? Let's try that. So I want to put a link to the shop. Cancel this order. No. I don't know how to do it. Let's click on the picture. Oh dear, 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 dear. I don't know how to do it. I mean, they're here on eBay. So if you go to eBay and put in Pagan Wicca Druid, handmade by LM, altar ritual goddess and god statues. Let me show you that. There you go. Pagan Wicca Druid, handmade by LM, altar ritual goddess. Yeah, sorry, I'm not very good at finding things like what a bully. What a bully. Who's bullying? I reprimand bullies in my classroom. I'm having a stern talk, my love. What? Okay. I'm not sure what that's about, so. Okay, so that's all the little bits and bobs that I've purchased over the sale period. Just before I show the deck, oh, it's Simon. You're like Becca tonight. I called Elle a bully for laughing at you. Oh, I see. I know. I feel like Becca. I'm drawing on Becca's energy. Where is that slag? I messaged her earlier and she said to me, I'll see you later. I'll be there in your cuppa and catch up. See you in a bit. Oh, the eBay shop name is Lunar Moonchild. I never knew that. Lunar Moonchild. She's probably snoozing. She probably is. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the month, so I'll just talk about a few things of December highlights for me. TV shows, can I just talk about that for a minute? And it's all been about Netflix this month. I binged watched The Crown season 3. I watched, I think in 2 days, all 10 episodes, one weekend, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. They missed out a significant chunk because it was from late 60s to 1977 up to the Queen's Silver Jubilee. So they skipped past Princess Anne's kidnap attempt in 1974, where she was held hostage on the Mall. 3 officers were shot. She refused to get out the car, even though he was tugging on her arm at gunpoint and everything. She was really gutsy, and yeah, that was just not even mentioned yet. Princess Anne's character is now in the show, so unless they come back to it after 77, but if they do, it's not correct because it was in 1974. I love Wurzel Gummidge on Netflix. Is that the old one on Netflix? I've seen the one that was on TV over the last couple of days. I've recorded them. I've not watched them yet, but I'm looking forward to watching them. But we've got another family day tomorrow. My sister always has us all on the Sunday between Christmas and New Year. So that's happening tomorrow. So I'm not sure when I'll get time to watch it. Plus I've had a few readings that have been booked that I've had to get in. But I've started to watch You, which has got Penn Badgley. I think it's how you say his name, Bagley or Penn Badgley. He was in Gossip Girl, I believe, and 1 or 2 films. But somebody mentioned it in, I think, Becca's chat. And then I was talking to a friend on Messenger yesterday, and he mentioned it too, and really enjoyed it. I've watched the first 5 episodes since last night, and I watched another one this morning. Really, really good, but it does leave you feeling really conflicted because he's seriously got some issues, but you're rooting for him. And it's a bit like Dexter. If anybody watched Dexter, I mean, Dexter was a serial killer, but you was rooting for him. And it really challenges your... When you see... If you heard of somebody who was a stalker, who killed people, who, you know, did this, this, and this, you'd picture in your mind a monster. But when you see everything from that individual's point of view, I don't know, it just makes you it really challenges the way you think about things. Not that I'm advocating at all murder or stalking or anything like that, but it's a really good program. Do watch it. I can't wait to finish it. And now there's a 2nd season, so I'm halfway through the first. You is a great series. I'm through to the end. I now have to wait for the 3rd round. I hope there is a 3rd round then. Please, please, please watch a documentary called Witness of Another World on Amazon. Can you message me that later, Michael, and Justin, and I'll try and remember. My sister's also told me to watch something about Secret Life of Cats or something to do with cats. She said it's riveting, but horrific. Sold. The thing with you is that you end up thinking the girl doesn't deserve him. Doesn't deserve a murderer. and a stalker. Oh, you nasty tonight, Elle. What is Elle doing now? Oh, you've got a friend, Simon. I've got many friends, Elle. I loved Dexter. I love Dexter. I've got the box sets of Dexter. Season 2, start to understand why he is that way. Okay. I'm excited to get to season 2. I feel like cancelling my sister tomorrow and just sitting and watching. I won't, of course. Did anyone watch A Christmas Carol 3-part series? I thought it was rubbish. I was so looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. I love the Christmas Carol story. It was a stellar cast, and so much so I didn't even bother watching the 3rd episode. I thought after the first, it will get better. Now he's starting to get the visitations of Bob Marley, AL, and the ghosts of Christmas past, present and future. And it wasn't. It was just, they mumbled. The sound was atrocious. You could hardly hear what they were saying. It was long-winded. I just, it's not very often. Sometimes I think I'm going to have to watch the 3rd one just to say I've seen it all, but I just couldn't be bothered to watch it. I just deleted it. I haven't watched Dexter. I still need to watch Dexter. Or you do. Binge watch Dexter, Elle. I think they're returning tonight on PBS. What did you think of the banjo guy I sent the film of? From his No More Fucks to Give. What did you think of the banjo guy I sent you a film of? Oh, yes. Yeah, it was really, really interesting. That's it. Don't fuck with cats. Could not get through the first 5 minutes. Really? I've not seen it, but my sister recommends it. She says it is hard watching, but stick with it. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, not on Netflix, but This Is Us is fabulous. Where can we see that then? Is that on Amazon? That's going to be like a year and a half, Elle. I could watch Silence of the Lambs every year. Okay, so that was what I've been watching through December. Decks that I've worked with, and I've just put it back this morning. I've been working with the Laughing Eye, Weeping Eye, because I got this at the end of November to work with, and I'm really enjoying this deck. It's a little chunky monkey. These are the backs. Very simple, very straight to the point for readings. You do use a lot of intuition working with this deck, but it's a fabulous little deck. Look at the death card. Really, really nice deck. It's playing card sized. I've been using it just in the mornings. I've still been working with This Might Hurt. It carried on through December, but I've spent more time with This Might Hurt, so I've been using it for the evenings. So going through with my reflection spreads with This Might Hurt. But just in the mornings, I've been pulling these cards through December, and I've really, really enjoyed it. Alexa is flashing.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, play notifications. It's flashing.
One new notification. From Amazon Shopping. A shipment is due to arrive today. By the way, during major holidays I won't reveal what's inside packages when it might be a gift. To learn how to change this, just say, how do I change titles?
That's nice of her, isn't it? Well, it's after Christmas now, so you can start telling me again. Okay, so that's the decks that I've been working with. Layway, which has been really good, really punchy. Lots of quick sort of responses. And then I've continued with, you don't need me to show This Might Hurt. I think the whole of Tarot Sphere has seen This Might Hurt Now. You're going on about TV shows. Oh, I love 6 Feet Under. I loved 6 Feet Under as well. That was Michael C. Hall before Dexter, wasn't it? What else? Decks that I'm really glad that have come into my possession during December. Of course, Royal Fez Moroccan. Thank you to Brant who traded this deck. We did a 3-way trade, so I've been using this as well and just loving the Royal Fez. Been using that, and of course my, oh look, just look, my Deluxe Rider Tarot Deluxe, which is so colourful and lovely. It does have a sheen to it. It's not over laminated, but it does have a sheen, but it's sharp, it's colourful, and I love it. Not just because of the little bit of bling, but yeah, because of the little bit of bling. But it's really, really nice deck, and it shuffles like a dream. So, and this Brant saw on eBay with a few minutes left and just took a punt and thought, Simon will want me to order this. And he was right, I did. So I paid him and he sent it me. It's in my top 5 RWS. What, the Royal Fez? I think you mean. Brant is the ultimate babe. Is the Kelly to my Dolly. Another note, I just want to mention this as well, because this is the, what do they call it? Tarot study deck, I think. But like the premium edition of the Tarot of 80 weight, which would remind me, it never turned up. I ordered one to see what the font was like, and it never came. So I've had to raise a dispute around that. It has the crackle backs, but it also has Pixie's calligraphy on it. And people were saying it's a little bit dark. I get what they mean. It's not, I think, from what I understand, Pam A was a little bit darker anyway. But this is supposed to be like the ultimate deck. And I really, really like it. I like the fact that we have the cracklebacks with Pam's font. The cardstock is really good too. It is just like US Games cardstock. Really, really decent. You get Pixie's signature. So yeah, I wanted to mention that because I was really pleasantly surprised about how much I like this deck. In fact, I did a reading, a professional reading with this deck this morning. Oh, Ella says, oh, okay, I'm getting it then. Tarot on TV. I watched a thing about Roald Dahl and his Tales of Unexpected TV credits of the tarot deck. Yes, they do. That was one of the first times I ever saw tarot, was watching Tales of the Unexpected as a kid. That and James Bond. And it shows the one JJ Swiss rotating on a carousel. I love that film. You guys are still talking about Netflix. In a side-by-side, I don't think the study deck is as sharp as the AE8. I know, but the AE8 is lovely and everything, but this has better cardstock and it has the font, which is a bit of a deal breaker now for me. Particularly because I've got so many versions of RWS. That's what's put me off about buying the RWS 2.0. Amazing colours. And, you know, would give somebody like Carol Hertzer a run for her money. But the font, I'm like... But perhaps after 2021, when they can start using it again, we might see a proliferation of RWS decks that are like this. I don't know how these have got around it, but they have anyway. Decks that I couldn't connect with. that I bought this month. There's only one. It's the Dark Days Tarot. I've tried, and I really thought I would enjoy working with it after I saw a reading done with it. And it was that one card that kind of, I thought, yeah, I really like that. But I can't connect with it. Oh, here's Jen. Hello, Jen. Sorry, I'm super late. You don't have to apologise. I slept in. What? 5. It's 9 a.m. Dead on 9 a.m. I want to get some of those little custom tins that make playing cards. Yes, I've ordered 2 of them. They've not arrived yet either. But make playing cards do take their time. But I've ordered 2 tins from Make Playing Cards. One that it's for this deck because this just comes shrink wrapped. It has this on it. I think I might have showed the artwork already on my channel. But it has that crackle bat with the Ouroboros. And I also ordered you probably can't see it there, a blue box tin as well, to protect this, to put my blushing fool in. So those tins are on their way. I forgot about those tins. They're taking a long time. And I'm sick to boot. I'm thinking of doing pretty well, all things considered. Oh, now I feel bad for calling you lazy. Brant's like, 9 a.m. is sleeping in. It is for me. Oh, 9 a.m. is a lovely lie-in. I'm normally up at 5:30 most days. I agree, Tammy Pie. The trick is to actually give it to them. Hi, Caroline. I'm teasing. Teasing won't hurt me. Good. I'm glad. There were only a few bell rings. Don't the bells sound for the same numbers as the hours of the day? Yeah, there were 5. It's 5 p.m. So there were 5 bell rings. Yeah. It goes off at 10 p.m. and comes on at 8 a.m. except for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve carries on until midnight. I'm waiting for the Abandoned Oracle. Yeah, that came in December as well. And I'm really, really enjoying that. Okay. So, shall we have a quick look at the Motherpiece then for the last half an hour or so? I have still got decks to open that I want to do separate walkthroughs of. So I've got Yggdrasil that I need to open. I'm so wanting just to rip them open and start playing with them. And I've got the Tower of the Alchemical Magnum Opus, still sealed as well, that I'll do a walkthrough of. When, I don't know, probably Monday. I've got readings to do Monday, probably Tuesday. I might even do one New Year's Day. I'm not really doing anything other than probably nursing a hangover. No, I'm joking. So, Motherpiece, as I said, it's been around since, 1981, nearly 40 years. It's a beloved deck of so many people, and I've just ordered the book and mini set as well, because I do want to read about this. It has a box within a box, so you get the tuck box. It's US Games, isn't it? I think. Yes, US Games. R.I.P. 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 Don't wait on us. Open them. Oh, rip. I was like, R.I.P. What's happened? I'm thinking about buying the Motherpiece deck. I saw, who was it? Somebody said that it's been on their wish list for 20 years. I was like, wow. You're going to have to decide sooner or later. So you do get a little white book. It says Motherpiece Round Tarot because the Motherpiece was the first deck to do a round tarot deck. yeah, it was groundbreaking in that sense. This has been retouched and recoloured, so there are people saying, well, it's very different colours now. And I'm not sure if there's a difference between the mini and the full-sized one. You get quite a bit of information, a couple of sentences. Not a lot for the minors though. I don't know why people always skimp on the minors. Maybe because it's minor, but they're just as important in readings. Cardstock is lovely because it's US Games. Vicky Noble and Karen Vogel are the creators. And as I said, they flat shared together in the late 1970s and was into the occult, feminism, and they joined forces and created this deck. Whilst it's female centric, as I said, it is not all females. There are some males within the deck as well. And the reason why it's female centric is because it focuses on the goddess and also on matriarchal archetypes. And it's, I don't know, it looks really different in your hand than it does when I've seen it on screen as well. It might be because I'm used to handling the, oh gosh, what's the black and white deck? The big black and white deck. I've forgotten what it's called. Gorgon's Tarot, which are huge. And that was the last round deck that I got. These are quite nice. And I mean, I've got huge hands and they just kind of cover the palm of my hand. So these are quite nice to handle. I'm thinking, how small is the mini version going to be? I'm not a fan. They've not acknowledged they've appropriated artwork, not to mention unknowingly depicting FGM rituals. Well, I read something about FGM. I'm not going to wade in on that argument because it's not really my argument to have, but I did read a counter argument towards that, but I'm not qualified enough to go into that. I graduated in 1982, says Tammy Pie. How many round decks do you have now? I only have Gorgon's this and then the Circle of Life, both editions. There's two different editions of the Circle of Life. So that's the only round decks that I have. The only square deck I had was the one I've just been talking about that I couldn't connect with, which was the Dark Days Tarot. I love the artwork. I think it's very childlike artwork. Quite childlike, but very colourful. I mean, Becca would probably like this deck. These are the backs. They are traditional with the exception of the courts. They've retitled the courts. And is it the Hermit? I think the Hermit is the crone or something like that. There is a copyright on there. It says 1981, so I was right. It's just that appears, which is a bit annoying on the borders. But does Simon buffer for anybody else? Am I buffering? I know, Marge. Becca's not here yet. She's blown me out. I'll be there, she said. See you later. High Priestess. Oh, and they switched the 8 and 11, you know, Justice and Strength. So the colours are really nice. And I like the art style. How many people in the room have this? Just, I don't know, do a hands up or a me or something, because from all accounts, it's really popular. And so many people have said to me over the years, do you have Motherpiece? And I've always said, no, I haven't, but I think I'm very late to the party. I feel rather dim because I actually had to Google FGM. Now I wish I hadn't. Yeah, it's actually a criminal offence over here not to report it to the police. It's a criminal offence to you know, force somebody to have that. and it often gets confused as being a religious practice, and it's not, it's cultural. However, it's illegal in this country, but if you know that it happens, if you're a care worker or you work in education and you are aware of FGM taking place, it is illegal not to report it. That said, nobody in this country has been sent to prison because of it yet, which kind of makes a mockery. So justice is in the 8th position. But I really love the energy of these cards. They're just beautiful. Yeah, so the Hermit is the crone. But look at that for a Hermit card. Gorgeous. FGM is female genital mutilation. So it's an illegal operation, procedure, which, you know, for whatever reasons, to remove certain parts or to sew up certain parts, and it's control. It's about control. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I like the planets and the zodiac signs. Strength. I'll just show the majors, I think. There is nudity in the deck, but it's about empowering. There's the Hanged One rather than the Hanged Man. I really like that. I had the very first printing in black and white that we had to colour ourselves. I no longer have that deck, sadly, but I've had an early 2nd edition in colour. Death. Oh, look at the Temperance card. I love the fire and the water together. Devil. Tower. Beautiful star card. The Moon. I didn't know Motherpiece once came in black and white. I didn't either. And look at this for the Judgment card. It has the Celtic cross. I think that's also referred to as an ankh, isn't it? But the rainbow flag over the world. Oh, I love it. Judgment. And then we have the World card. It's just beautiful. The backs changed, did they? Yeah. And the colours are, you know, all kind of like fiery for wands, etc. Blue for the like cups. Not all the way through, but look at that. Oh yeah, let's talk about the courts as well. So you have daughter in the page position. Well, it's not really page, but you've got daughter, son, and then you have priestess and shaman for the king. I love that, priestess and shaman. Gorgeous. And some cards are really simple, like the 5 of Swords. Lovely yellows. Oh, and look at that. 7 of Swords. You've got this chicken pen and the fox. but some work, some skill is needed to find the way in. I'm loving this. They shuffle beautiful in the hand as well. Look at the charm and there of swords. We have discs instead of pentacles. Here's our 5. It's somebody kneading some dough. It's really interesting, and this is why I wanted the book, because I knew it was a breakaway from RWS. Love the 9 of discs. So I wanted to be able to read about it, and apparently it's a really good read. And even though there is a guidebook that comes with a mini deck, there is a proper standalone book as well called Motherpiece Tarot, which you can buy. I think that's out of print though, so it might be a little bit expensive to get. Have I missed any comments? I will pull a card for us. How is the round deck to shuffle, Simon? Okay. It's okay because it's not huge. It's not huge at all. It's a nice size. Still need a trade. Anyone want to get rid of the 5-cent tarot? I'm still trading trading or selling the first edition of Benabel Wen's deck, Spirit Keeper's Tarot, not the Etruvian one, the very first one. The book that describes images is incredible, Simon. I just downloaded it on Kindle. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Caroline. Al must be on about the FGM thing, I think. Until you try the Gorgons, Donna. Yeah, Gorgons isn't easy to shuffle at all. I'll glide you the name of the 2 I have. Thank you. Oh. Are you familiar with the Robin Wood Tarot? Yes, I've got the Robin Wood Tarot. I did a Throwback Thursday on it, which will be returning as well. Not on the 2nd of Jan, but the 9th. So on the 2nd, I will put up the 2 decks for people to choose. I said it would come back after Christmas once I got December out of the way. I still need to put up on the community tab as well if people want to show an expression of interest to be interviewed on the channel. What are you looking for, Simon? I'm still looking for, even though I really love it, I just showed it, I'm still looking for the English version of the Deluxe, the Rider Deluxe. And then I'm open to offers, really. There's not a lot of decks that I'm really desperate to get now, I don't think. That might be just because I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm dropping. When I said there was easy to shuffle, they are, but because they're circular, they're really easy to roll out of your hand. It's because Jen's arrived, you see. I'm back to dropping. You should have, Jen, before you got here, there was an epic moment where I didn't just drop my cards, I dropped the actual phone, jumped out of the hanger, and everybody was sent on a bit of a, they were sent crashing to the floor. I'll have to watch it back. I'm sure I would satisfy your dropsy need. I know. Give everybody, they was like, whoa, what happened there? They thought I'd fallen. Okay, message for the week. Let's concentrate. Now it's nice and shuffled. Let's put our energies in. Message for the weeks. We have the Wheel of Fortune, guys. Amazing. So it's got the zodiac, it's got the planets through there. Wheel of Fortune message for this week. You know, some things, as much as we like to think we're in control, some things are actually outside of our control, and all we can do is prepare ourselves to go with the flow. So when that Wheel of Fortune turns and we're presented with opportunities, let's put it that way, sometimes challenges, but even our challenges give us the opportunity to grow and to develop, then prepare yourself as much as you can and be ready to go with the flow. New directions, new opportunities, new friends. It's perfect, actually, for this time of year, isn't it? As this year comes to a close and a new one is just about to start, we always, and I think it's just because it's a new year, we always start to think about the future automatically when we get towards January the 1st. We buy new journals or diaries, we make commitments, we make plans of things we want to do, we want to achieve. Some of us, not me, some of us make resolutions, but we tend to make more commitments about things and we tend to plan things because we see, and I mean, time is a man-made concept. It doesn't exist. We created time. So January the 1st, in this grand scheme of the universe, means nothing. You know, all that's happening is the cyclical nature of things. Our journey around the sun starts again. But we see January the 1st as a new opportunity and new beginnings. And what the wheel is reminding us is that whilst we'd like to think we're in control, we're not. Things will happen. Things will be presented to us, and all we have to do is rise to those challenges, see them as opportunities, see them as an opportunity for us to grow and strengthen and develop, learn new skills. And it could be that new people, new friendships, new relationships are coming into our lives as well. But it kind of says to me that we have to be as prepared as we can be. My favourite quote, you know it's coming, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. So let's make sure we're in a good place, that we're open and we're receptive and we fear less and embrace more. Okay. So I think that's a really good card to come up, actually, like I said, for this time of year. So this is the Motherpiece Tarot. I'm really excited to be working with it and to get the book. Any last minute things? There's a few minutes left. Anything that anybody wants to ask or mention? The Wheel of Fortune reminds me a bit more of the one in the Robin Hood, just without the Brady Bunch vibes. I got told off. Somebody actually bothered to comment on my Throwback Thursday of the Robin Hood, saying this is not anything like the Brady Bunch, and tore a strip off me. I can't remember if I left it up. I think I did. I just thought, oh, whatever. You know, what we see is what we see, and you might not see it, but it doesn't mean anybody else isn't entitled to an opinion. I agree so much with that quote, the 10% quote, yeah. Step right up, spin the wheel, take your chances. Exactly, that's life. Life is about change. Life is about new opportunities. But how many of us don't take those opportunities just because of fear, just because we think that we can't rise to the challenge? And it's usually based on past experiences that have shaped our perceptions about things. But just because something happened once doesn't mean it's going to happen again. We have to kind of move past it. Every single time I see the wheel card, I hear Journey singing in my head. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. I'm not sure I know that one. Says Lion. Hermit's Cave. It's totally like the Brady Bunch, right? I hope you pinned it. I should have pinned it, shouldn't I? Back for now. You've come for the end, Holly. Nice to see you again. And even if it does happen again, recent experiences talking, then it just means there is more to learn so we can grow even more. Yes, definitely. More to learn and lessons in how we can grow from it, protect ourselves from hurt, and move forward in a different direction. And, you know, I never believe that we should forget the past. We move on from the past, but the past is a memory trace. So the past experiences are vital because we are the sum of our experiences. So therefore we take that with us. We don't dwell on it. We don't mourn about it. We learn from it and go forward with the knowledge that we've received from our past. 2020 birth year is 15. LOL, devil. Well, all that means is just, you know, be on the lookout. Don't feel too entrapped by things. Keep control. Simon, thank you for the beautiful card for the week. A nice message. Have a good weekend. You too, Rob. Gilly has a really good quote about that, but I can't remember it. Is that good? You can't remember it. We'll have to ask her. Righto, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up because I've done my card pull. The rest of my coffee has gone cold. But it's been nice to chat to you all. I hope you all have a fantastic new year. I will try and come back, no promises, but I'll try and come back before then with some pre-recorded videos to do the Yggdrasil and also the Magnum Opus. But yeah, I hope you all will have a good new year. Set some great intentions for yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe that anything is possible, and it, you know, it will come to fruition. You have the power. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.